it's time to go ahead and take care of our last two robot masters, starting with Boomerang Kawanger, or however the hell you say his last name.
Boomerang Kawanger.
Beginning mission.
And it looks like we are back to the Legman style stage for this one. 99% of his stage is just climbing up this very, very long tower. From what I know, the only other X game that does this is X4. But I do know something similar like this comes back in Mega Man Zero near the very end. The main gimmick here are the security systems, which can't be destroyed whenever the light's red. Whenever the beams light up and you cross them, it'll shoot at your current position. Other than that, the rest of the level is pretty easy. And Storm Tornado really does its best in this level because of these goddamn turrets. Like I said, it makes mincemeat out of them rather quickly. And then like X4, I know this is what returns in there for a long elevator with lots of spike platforms. Those will kill you instantly if you're underneath them. So just keep on moving. If you happen to have the dash boots, well, it just makes it a lot easier. If you don't, then all I can say is just pay attention and move as fast as you can. The electric beams on the sides will not kill you, but it will do a good deal of damage. And now we're on our last section. The level is climbing up on the outside. There is a bottomless pit near the bottom if you happen to fall off, so be careful with that. The turrets luckily do not respawn once you off-screen them. However, the little chameleons over there will. And near the top of this is also where we get one of our last heart upgrades, but we currently cannot get it. In fact, we can only get it once we get the boomerang cutter from this boss. And here we are finally at the very top. We'll be back here momentarily. And we just have a little bit of basic platforming left, a couple of turrets, nothing else, and one or two turrets. And if you know how to manipulate the game a little bit, you can find a couple of shortcuts to bypass some of this, but other than that, it's a really simple part compared to what you already had to go through. And the Fire Wave is still one of the best weapons in the games because it tears through everything, but it just eats ammo. And now we're at the last, and now we are at the boss. Get out your homing torpedo, and he'll be a piece of cake.
If you've made it all the way up here, you must not be an ordinary B-class hunter.
Kawanger, I don't want to fight an old friend like you.
You don't want to fight? Well, isn't this interesting? You're a Maverick hunter, and Maverick hunters are Reploids designed for fighting.
So I'll have to fight you no matter what, huh?
Of course. A chance for a fight this fun doesn't come along every day. I'll see if you're operating up to spec.
Alright, so Boomerang is pretty easy. Just avoid his dashes, otherwise he'll do major damage to you like that. And every now and then just shoot off a homing torpedo. He does have a lot of invincibility frames, though, compared to everyone else. I guess it is because he does a good bit more damage than everyone else. But other than that, he usually likes to teleport every now and then from across the room to get behind you, but that's about it. Pretty much just follow this strategy. As soon as he gets up, dash above him and fire. and he will never hit you.
So strong. Mission accomplished.
Anyways, now that we got the boomerang cutter, let's go ahead and do a little bit of backtracking for those last upgrades. So just come back over here, stand under here, fire the boomerang, and you got this one. And then all you'll need to do is come back to Spark Manual stage. And this is where you'll get your final sub-tank. Just take down the first ladder, keep going all the way. After you take care of this enemy, make sure you make a dash and then fire the boomerang in order to get that item. And there you go. For the last item, keep going on through, jump over here, fire some boomerang cutters, and you should eventually get that item. And then that's it. We only have one more upgrade. So let's go ahead and take care of our very last Maverick, or boss master, or master, I can't think of it now.
Chameleon.
Robot master, there we go.
I'm beginning the mission.
Of all the stages, this one is probably the easiest. Then again, for some reason, I find all the jungle stages in any Mega Man game to be the easiest one. We got more of the axe throwing guys, or axe cutters. And their axes do a ton of damage to you compared to the logs, so just be careful. Anyways, up here is where you would get the Buster Shot. And then down there is where you'll get the last upgrade, but we'll get that here in a minute. Thanks to the helmet upgrade, we don't have to worry about those rocks, because they won't hurt us, as seen over there. Other than that, the rest of the stage is not a problem, unless you came here without the boots and the helmet. Shoot these birds, and if you need to grind for energy, just do that right here. Take it down with one shot, but ignore this guy. Shoot over here to get another life if you're needing some. It's another great place to grind for them, though it does take a lot longer than the other stages I showed you. And this is also one of the final levels where you get to use the ride armor. There's one more, and it's almost required, but be careful, because over here is some quicksand, and do not jump up here if you want to keep your quick armor. If you want to keep your armor, because you will lose it in the sand. For some reason, it decides to sink much faster when you're out of it than when you're in it. But you can also steal this guy's armor if you are not in it. But in all honesty, it's kind of useless, because we're already at the end of the stage. And Sting Chameleon's weakness is the boomerang cutter.
Poor little X. Everyone's betrayed you.
Sting Chameleon. So Sigma's even managed to pull you into his scheme.
That's Master Sigma to you, X. He'll be king when the new world is born. Treat him with respect.
I don't want to live in a world with him in charge.
I'm ready.
Sting Chameleon is probably the most unpredictable boss. He'll hang from the ceiling and he will pull down spikes from the top. He will go invisible, try licking you with his tongue. But just do your best to try and dodge him as so. With the heart plates, he's actually rather easy at this point. And his tail is really hard to dodge sometimes. But keep persevering and you'll beat him no problem. And now we got the final boss weapon. So afterwards, we're going to do a little bit of backtracking and take on Sigma's fortress. I will see you guys next time.